morning and welcome to this edition of News Leader on 6. I'm Jim Fuller. In tonight's news, we'll hear about Coffee County High School's plan for a drive-by graduation ceremony. Tullahoma has a new high school principal on the way, and papers are still being sold for the Veterans Memorial Park at Tullahoma History Park. We'll have these stories and more on tonight's News Leader on 6.
Here at Stan McNabb Collision Center, we work with all major insurance companies, and we get the job done right the first time, on time.
Well, I grew up in Tullahoma. We'd always done business with Stan McNabb, so when we needed collision service after a run-in with a deer, we knew to call those guys. We already had trust with them. We called Cody. He took great care of us. He kept us posted every step of the way, and we couldn't have been more pleased.
Getting your vehicle back to pre-loss condition shouldn't be a headache. So in event of an accident, contact me, Cody Hall, at Stan McNabb Collision Center.
My wife Jackie has always been the life of the party, but things changed when she couldn't be as active anymore.
They told me I needed a double knee replacement.
It's not as big a deal as it used to be, but she still needed to go to rehab.
I was amazed at how good the therapists were at Life Care. They took really good care of me.
They took excellent care of her, and now she's back doing the things she loves, and that makes everyone happy.
Life Care Center of Tullahoma wants you to get active and live well.
It's time for every family and business in Tullahoma to go green and recycle. Tullahoma Public Works makes it simple and easy to recycle. Just place your recyclable materials, paper, plastic, aluminum, and cardboard beside your garbage container on the same day your garbage is picked up. Your recycled materials don't have to be in a fancy container. Recycling is not only the right thing to do, it makes sense. Recycling pays. Paying to bury our garbage costs each of us. Please do your part. Let's go green, Tullahoma, and recycle.
Welcome back. Tullahoma City Schools announced Wednesday that Mr. Jason Quick has been selected as the new principal of Tullahoma High School. Jason is a native of Tullahoma and graduated from THS in 1984. He most recently served as an assistant principal and fine arts director of Athens City Schools in Alabama. Mr. Quick has also served as administrator at Bob Jones High School in Madison, Alabama, teacher and coach at Huntsville High School, and that's in Huntsville, Alabama, and the South Gibson Special School District in Tennessee. Interim Tullahoma Director of City Schools, Scott Hargroves, added, quote, "We are very excited about the student-centered approach and positive energy Jason Quick brings to the Tullahoma High School. Due to Jason's familiarity with the high level of expectation and tradition of our high school, we look forward to welcoming back a Wildcat to lead the next steps of success for THS," end quote. On Tuesday, Director of Coffee County Schools, Dr. Charles Lawson, announced that Coffee County Schools has carefully considered multiple options for the 2020 graduation ceremony, but concerns that social restrictions will not relax enough to allow a traditional graduation ceremony later in the summer has been a major consideration. The first graduation option was alternate dates in the summer, which the district has already advertised. Decreasing opportunities for participation, particularly among the graduates who will be attending basic training with the military, made this option less than ideal. A second option that was investigated was using an alternate site. Bonnaroo Grounds owners Live Nation AC Entertainment were gracious enough to give the district permission to use the property. However, logistical difficulties and social spacing issues limited that option. Early last week, Coffee County Schools arrived at the third main option. The ceremony was going to be held at the stadium with only a few tickets issued per graduate to allow for proper social distancing. The inclement weather plan in that scenario was to hold the graduation in the gymnasium without a live audience and live stream this ceremony on the internet. The issuance of Governor Lee's Executive Order Number 30 made the stadium option more difficult and created additional concerns. Uncertainty of social distancing guidelines beyond the expiration date of Executive Order Number 30 limits consideration of the stadium as a potential graduation site later in the summer. All of this leads to the graduation option that has been under development this week. The current plan is to hold graduation on the original date of May the 22nd. Coffee County Schools will host class of 2020 parade of graduates. Each graduate and family members will be in a vehicle that will stage at the Raider Academy, follow a route that is determined by local law enforcement, and end at Coffee County Central High School. Spectators will be able to park in various parking lots along the route to watch the procession. All audio of the ceremony will be handled by local radio. The graduates will receive their graduation packet at the high school without exiting their cars. The plan allows for proper social distancing of graduates and spectator participation of the maximum number of graduates, including those that are leaving this summer to serve in the armed forces, and the highest amount of community involvement. While this is not the preferred method of graduation for the senior class, this plan represents an opportunity for the families and the community to be a part of the celebration. Coffee County Schools, in conjunction with local law enforcement, will make plans to maximize the safety of participants and spectators while providing the graduates with an experience to remember and honor their accomplishments. The announcement was met with some mixed response. Stay with us. We'll be right back after these messages.
I'm Philip Bourne, Stamping Nab Detail Shop Manager. Here are a few things our customers have to say about our service.
What I love most about the Stem McNabb Detail Shop is there's someone local that I can trust to pick up my car, have it cleaned, and deliver it back to me in showroom condition.
What really amazed me is when he opened the hood and looked like he had taken the old engine out and put a new engine inside.
We have several different packages and individual services to get your vehicle looking like new again. We're located just behind Stem McNabb Chevrolet dealership. Call today, schedule an appointment, and see what a difference our detail can make.
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
My great-grandfather started it in 1900, and now it's 2020, which is 120 years. We still measure your feet, still try to help you find a good fit. We're just a good old-fashioned shoe store where we'll measure your feet, make sure you're in the right size, and help you find a comfortable shoe for men, women, and children.
We're gonna fit your style. We're gonna make you shine. Service and quality at Clayton Shoe Store. We're gonna fit your style.
Welcome back. On Tuesday, Governor Bill Lee announced the state's partnership with several companies to bring needed medical supplies to Tennessee residents and plans to open various small businesses.
Small group recreation businesses will be allowed to reopen on Friday, May the 8th. Tomorrow, we will also be issuing guidance for several other industries. Those businesses that have remained open through this pandemic but that need additional information and tools in order to operate more safely. Guidance for offices, for manufacturing, for construction, and a number of other types of businesses. As these companies prepare to implement guidelines for safer operation, many of them will be utilizing thermometers and have a need for thermometers to take temperature checks of folks coming into their buildings. Our Economic Recovery Group has secured a special pricing on touchless thermometers for those businesses that will be using those thermometers, and they can go on TennesseeTNPledge.com today, starting today. Tennessee business owners will have the ability to order through Friday at 4 p.m. or until the supplies run out. They're limited to 10 per business at TNPledge.com. And as we all begin to use cloth masks in a greater way whenever out in public, our Unified Command Group has forged a partnership with Renfro Corporation, which is a global company that has operations in Cleveland, Tennessee, to secure more than 5 million cloth masks and to begin this week that distribution in Tennessee. Our first distribution has already gone out to all 95 health departments in the state of Tennessee. Any Tennessean can receive those masks free of charge at your local health department. The Unified Command Group has also secured a partnership with a company called Battelle. It's a global research and development company that sterilizes N95 respirators, which is a very important piece of personal protective equipment, particularly as we begin again medical procedures and dental procedures. The use of N95s is critical. This technology allows the reuse of N95s through sterilization, and Battelle has created this technology to help keep our healthcare workers safe. We continue to be grateful for and thank those on the front lines, those who are providing healthcare services to all Tennesseans. We want to make certain that they have the personal protective equipment necessary to keep them safe as they serve Tennesseans. This technology for sterilizing N95s is available. It will be located in Jackson, Tennessee, and will be allowed to sterilize up to 80,000 N95 respirators every day. We have been working with the Tennessee Board of Dentistry, and working with them, dentists will be allowed to begin practicing again tomorrow. The Board of Dentistry has opted to use the American Dental Association guidelines, and we support them in this process and dentists all across the state as they serve their customers in a safe way and have that opportunity to begin that tomorrow. We all know that COVID-19 has placed a considerable strain on our small hospitals, our rural health providers across the state, and we want to make sure that those facilities can continue to operate and stay open. In April, we announced $10 million in grants to help keep small and rural hospitals open and to offer services and financial grants to them to bridge the gap between the struggles that they were facing financially and the federal funding that's coming through the CARES Act. We continue to and want and will continue to support our rural and small hospitals as they serve Tennesseans in every corner of the state. We have a great crisis ahead of us. We have great challenges ahead of us. We have great responsibility, every single one of us, personal responsibility ahead of us that we have to stay committed to. But Tennesseans have done that so far. I believe they'll continue to do it, and we'll continue to make progress. Do your part and stay apart. Thank you.
More news is coming up in a moment.
It's not invoice. It's not MSRP. It's not Christmas Day, although it may feel like it. It's the lowest prices in Middle Tennessee, period. Get to Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac before these prices are gone forever.
Ah, the glory days. Running to daylight on the gridiron and chasing a ball with a mind of its own. Cheering the team to victory and marching to the beat of your own drum. Memories that last a lifetime. But sometimes we're reminded of our glory days in ways we'd rather forget. Get back in the game.
The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live and play well.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
Welcome back. News leaders Marilyn Ewing spoke with Bedford County Mayor Chad Graham and Shelbyville City Manager Shana Boyette about running the government during the pandemic, trying to keep the public informed, and how they are trying to reopen the area safely.
I want to thank all of our employees for their willingness, the first responders, very critical role in all of this, and definitely do more and you know, heroes of being on the front lines through all of this. So we appreciate that. We appreciate the hospital medical staff, ambulance authority, just all of those that are just heroes in their own position every day that they get up and do those jobs in situations like this that are just unprecedented. So
yeah, the department heads are really rose to the occasion.
They have.
And adapted and adjusted. And I'll speak more on the county side because I know in real time a little closer, and I'm sure you have the same behaviors going on in your organization, but we have departments actually sharing equipment back and forth to make sure that we have what we need and people can work in alternative workspaces. We're having 100% participation by the groups as we ask them to step up or to take on additional roles temporarily as we do that. And so these are things that make it a little better for us whenever we're making these tough decisions. None of these decisions are easy. None of these decisions are made in a vacuum. We're looking for resources. We're looking for information. We're willing to adjust and adapt our plan daily. Again, as I had said in another interview, some people may feel like that we should be pumping out information even more often than we are, but my perspective has been when I give you information, I want it to be good at least for a day or two. And unfortunately, there's so many things changing in real time, even as we speak, that it makes it difficult to address every question somebody may ask every time they hear something new on the news in the next hour. So,
and sometimes it comes back to the interpretation of the orders that we're given, and by the time we have a full review and an opportunity to really absorb the actual day-to-day practicality of what those orders mean for specific departments, the situation's already changed and you have updated information. So sometimes we have to pause and step aside and really pick and choose how and when we go live.
And we're trying to push information every way we can. I know they are too, but we do have a website, bedfordcountytn.org. We do have Facebook, and the county government was late in getting Facebook, but we've had it this entire process, and we're releasing press releases daily or every other day. The most current information that we have to officially release, you should find at that site at any time, Bedford County Government on Facebook. But not everybody has Facebook, not everybody has internet. For other folks, you can call our office. That number is area code 931-684-7944. We'll get somebody to get you the information you're looking for as best we can. There are some information that the state is holding and is responsible for that we do not have the ability to share or may not even have the information. But anything that we can share, anything we can answer, we'll do our best to do that for you. So don't feel like you can't call and ask. I see on Facebook sometimes people say they should tell us more, or why won't they answer this? Call our office and let us see if we can get you the information that you're looking for. And we monitor what's being said on Facebook and on other social media, and we try to address in our press releases and opportunities to have this kind of conversation some of the things that we know there is a theme. If we're hearing the same kind of question over and over again, then we know we're not doing a good job of getting the information out. So we're trying to adjust regularly to do that. This is not a perfect process. I'm going to speak for me. I'm not a perfect person, but we're taking every step we can to make sure that we're providing every resource we can, that we're keeping the public informed as best we can, and we certainly are staying in touch with state and federal officials in an effort to contain this situation.
Right. And the city, very much the same. We have those same resources available through Facebook, via our website, our phone. Our clerks are working so they can answer questions. I can answer questions. We want to hear from you. We're here to serve you as the citizens of Shelbyville and Bedford County. So if you have questions and you don't see those answers or any one of those sources from the city or the county, please reach out to us. City's number 684-2691. I feel very much the same way about my department directors and all of their efforts that they've made. I sincerely appreciate everyone's willingness to partner and do a little, kind of, there are no lines right now. We're all in it, and we're all working to make sure that we can make the decisions that we can right now and kind of reopen Shelbyville and Bedford County the way we're being asked to do, and
in a responsible way, but a safe way.
In a safe way. Getting ready to say that, absolutely. But most importantly, we're here for you. We want to hear from you if you have questions or concerns. But we are diligently working with the appropriate officials and offices at every level to ensure that we do the right thing for our community.
And that they understand our dynamic on
Absolutely.
the ground in Shelbyville and Bedford County.
Yes.
All right.
We'll be right back with more News Leader on 6.
Here at Manchester Funeral Home, we know the importance of living and working in our local community because it's those families who we serve during their time of need honorably. We believe in supporting local business and offer only 100% Batesville caskets, the best in the industry and a driver of our local economy. If you want straightforward and fair pricing while working with the people you know, choose Manchester Funeral Home, serving your community since 1932. And pre-planning and pre-funding can be the best gift you ever leave your loved ones. Call us to pre-arrange. Manchester Funeral Home. Our family, caring for your family since 1932.
So you've been meaning to do something healthy, commune with nature, get outdoors and meet new people. We have the perfect solution. Come hike with us. You can find a Tennessee Trails Association chapter near you, including Clarksville, Columbia Franklin, Highland Rim, Jackson, Knoxville, Oak Ridge, Memphis, Murfreesboro, Nashville, Plateau at Crossville, and Upper Cumberland. We're on the web at TennesseeTrails.org. It's fun, it's stress-free, and it's good for you. See you on the trails.
Welcome back. Sandy Sebrin and Alan Harris stopped by to speak with John Gray about fundraising for bricks at the Veterans Memorial at the Caboose Park in downtown Tullahoma.
We are again wanting to remind the public about the Blue Star and Gold Star Veterans Memorial, which is at the History Park in Tullahoma, and also the Veterans Memorial Walk. And I'm just glad to be here. Thank you so much for having us. I'm a member of the Shady Grove Garden Club, and we did sponsor these memorials. It was a garden club sponsor from the very beginning, which started immediately after World War II, to show a nation's gratitude to its armed forces. And so you will see these markers throughout our country, and we just thought that Tullahoma should have two. So they were dedicated and put up in May of 2019, and then in November, Veterans Day, we had the Veterans Memorial Walk dedicated.
Yes, ma'am.
And Alan Harris, who is Commander, well, you tell
I
him.
command American Legion Post 43 in Tullahoma. You guys have seen me here from time to time talking about Legion activities, and Sandy approached me prior to May of 2019, asked if any of the veterans organizations would be interested in sponsoring or help sponsoring the Blue Star Gold Star Memorial. And of course, we jumped at the prospect. The Post 43, the Auxiliary 43, and the Sons of the American Legion, Squadron 43, along with American Legion Riders, we all jumped on board and sponsored primarily the Gold Star Memorial. And it turned out quite well. Sandy and her folks put together the look of it, the design of it. She had it contracted and built. So all we had to do was just take pride in the fact that we were a part of that, and it represents our veterans past and present and the future. So we're looking forward to seeing what the rest of it, the total build out, is going to look like, and we fully support it.
I also would like to say that the Tullahoma Historical Society helped us to pay for and erect the Blue Star Memorial, and the Prescott family wanted to donate the American flag, which proudly flies over the memorial. It was a citywide project. The city was greatly involved and helpful in all aspects, and the comments that we have had from the public have just kept us going, because they have been so encouraging, and we always want people to understand that this is for all veterans of all the armed forces throughout our history. My father is there, his paver, and this is an example of the brick pavers. I'm not sure you can see that, but yeah, there you go. That is the type of paver with the veteran's name engraved on it, and anything, the years, the service, branch of service. And my father's there, and my husband, and we even put some Revolutionary War veterans in our brick sidewalk. So we have we have it across the board, veterans represented, and we're really proud of that. And if you call City Hall and tell them you want a form, they will mail you one. And also, my phone number is at the bottom of the screen. If you call that number, I will mail you a form. And we're hoping that this is going to work out, that by the end of May, we will have our second dedication of the new installed pavers.
If you want to call the American Legion, we have a brand new phone number. It's really, really easy to remember. It is 222-4350. And I'll say that again, 222-4350. And so just call and say, hey, mail me or email me a form. I want a brick. And
that was going to be my next question. Don't we have that electronically?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Stay with us. Your weather forecast is coming up.
You made the time and the sacrifice to broaden their horizons, to see their smiles, but mostly to make lifelong memories. We think it's time to do it again. Just the two of you. Don't let illness or injury slow you down. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live well.
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's got to be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor, too, when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 1952 at 88 degrees. The record low was in 1944 at 34 degrees. The average high on this day is 75, and the average low is 52. Rain in the forecast for tonight with a low of 47. Rain continues in the forecast for Friday with a high of 58 and a low of 32. Sunny weather coming back in the forecast for Saturday, however, with a high of 58 and a low of 36. And that's our newsletter report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for News Leader on 6. You have a good day.